The St. Louis Cardinals have gone outside the box, and they are deserving of attention and an award of some type. I don't know what award we're going to give them.
The award of correctness.
But God bless them for what they have done. Now, very, very important, Danny, when you talk about the Cardinals in sport, that we get the right Cardinals, okay? Mm-hmm. This is baseball's St. Louis Cardinals. They are introducing a ticket package starting at $29. That will include bottomless soda, bottomless hot dogs, unlimited chicken tenders, bottomless bratwurst, endless nachos, all-you-can-eat fries, bottomless popcorn, as many peanuts as your little heart desires, as many chips as you'd like to eat, and endless ice cream. I'm going to go back through the list again. Remember, the price point is $29.
$29.
For this package. It's a ticket deal. So you get a ticket with it, by the way. $29 for unlimited soda, hot dogs, chicken tenders, bratwurst, nachos, fries, popcorn, peanuts, chips, and ice cream.
10 things. That's 10 things and a ticket that you can stuff your face with.
Honest to God, $29 for unlimited soda in a ballpark where they don't do refills is actually worth it for people like me on a hot day. Because the Coke Zero souvenir cup that I would get and drink at a ball game is somewhere around $12 to $14 at Nats Park.
Yeah.
Now, they do a thing where generally you can refill it. I still spend $13 on a Coke Zero every time I go to the game, which is a disaster. But in some ballparks, like Cap One Arena, just now on the 200 level and in a couple of locations, serve your own, does like refills, but doesn't on a lot of different, spots around the arena. There's plenty of stadiums that don't. So I would be willing to consider doing that. There's a cup you can get at King's Dominion. We went this summer, and it was like $23. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm not doing that. But if you're there all day, and it's this refillable, huge plastic cup,
yep.
Or you have to buy soda every time for like $8, as soon as you have 2 or 3, you've
right
paid
there.
for it.
It's worth it.
So I am in on just $29 maybe for bottomless soda.
Ticket and a soda for $29 is a pretty good deal.
With hot dogs.
Yeah.
So let me get 2 of those. With a chicken tender basket and fries. I probably only need 1 of those. Bratwursts. I'm not going to eat one of those if I've had hot dogs and chicken tenders, but maybe I'll mix it up. Maybe I won't do a hot dog and I'll do a brat. I'll leave the nachos for my guy Danny, but I'm going to pummel some French fries. I've got popcorn to snack on in the 3rd inning. I've got peanuts to snack on in the 5th inning. I'll get a bag of chips to wash everything down with my cola in the 7th inning. Oh, it's the 9th inning, and I'm getting ready to watch the boys rally for a win. Let's go top it all off with a chocolate ice cream. For $29. Darius, I need you to do this research for me. See if you can find Nats Park concession prices. I want to know how much it would cost for 2 sodas, a hot dog, a chicken tender basket, a brat, nachos, fries, popcorn, peanuts, chips, and ice cream. I mean, you're talking about
it's $100.
Easily over $100.
Yeah.
I think it's closer to like $150.
So these tickets are for Big Mac Land, which is in left field. It's where Mark McGuire used to go.
I don't care if they're in the parking lot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And it's not bad seats. It's kind of their fun section. It's the equivalent of Nats Park, that scoreboard walk where Shake Shack is up top there. So $29, pretty good seats, all you can eat. So there's no, the way they put it, the way they phrase it is no tabs, no transactions, just baseball and bottomless bites. So I think if you have your ticket and you're in this section, you're good to go. You don't have to do a thing where you show it every time, or hey, I got my hand stamped, or I got a wristband.
So do you just scan a QR code and they bring it to you, or is there going to be...
I think you go get it.
So there's just like a buffet somewhere where you just keep refilling the tenders and the fries, and there's ice cream cups, and you can get whatever you want.
So here it is. How it works. Coca-Cola Unlimited ticket holders, that's what this is, will have their tickets scanned and receive a wristband at the check-in station near Section 265. This wristband provides access to the unlimited concession stand at Section 265. Once checked in, simply grab your items, show the attendant your wristband, and go. No checkout or payment required. Food and drinks will be available from gates open until the end of the 8th inning. Explore the space. Oh my God, how great is that?
So this is the equivalent, like if you have the really nice tickets at Nats Park, not the Terra Club down low, but like that President's Club above it or whatever they call it now, where there's that open area where it's just food and drink to your little heart's content. It's that, basically, in this section with these items, and it only costs $29. So to this I say, how do the Washington Nationals don't do something like this year? Why wouldn't they? How would they not?
Because the Cardinals, for the first time, maybe in forever, numbers approximate, are actually planning on being bad and rebuilding. They usually don't do that. They're usually like the Steelers of Major League Baseball, where they just kind of find one free agent, bring a couple guys up, and see if they can win 82 games. They're not doing that this year. They're going to be bad. Who does that sound like, right? And I don't know.
And they're not even going to be as bad as Washington. Well, but to your point, they traded, you get rid of Nolan Arenado, and they move on from, a couple of their really good players. And now they're turning things over to the kids. They're bringing up the top prospect infielder in baseball, J.J. Weatherholt, at 23 to make his debut. Their outfield's run by their center fielder, who's 25, Victor Scott. They're trying to get Jordan Walker, who's still only 23, going in right field. But to your point, this is a 90-loss team.
Yeah.
And it's a great sports town. It's a great baseball town. But you worry a little bit about attendance, and there have been some people opting out with them spinning their tires and not being very good the last few years. So right away, the result is we got to put some butts in seats. How do we do that?
And so what jumps out to me is that these aren't just $29 all-you-can-eat tickets. It's Coca-Cola Unlimited tickets, which tells me that that's how some of the cost is being offset. It tells me these are sponsored, partnership kind of branding things, which is really smart. That's the path for the Nats, or for anybody to do something like this, right? Is, again, I don't know. I'm not Sports Business Journal. I'm not John Orand or anybody like that. I have no idea. But that's my guess, is that they're called to certain special things so that everybody keeps saying Coca-Cola Unlimited tickets instead of the $29 all-you-can-eat tickets. That, to me, is kind of the way you could do it, right? I know the Nats already have Kids Eat Free on Tuesdays or however many days of the week they do that, which is awesome.
It's every day, by the way.
Yeah, it's every day.
It's the best thing that they do. I do it every time I take the kids to the park. You get yourself a little brown bag lunch, hot dog, chips, and a water. And Kids Eat Free. And a lot of times they'll say through this month or until August, and it always pretty much gets extended and ends up being the entire season. So I'm not trying to bag on the Nats here. They've done some good things. But where is this?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
This is what needs to happen.
Inevitably, my 12-year-old will turn his nose up at that, and then we're at Dippin' Dots 7 different times, and sort of that's the story, or we find something else, or whatever. But that's a good deal. I'm not saying it's not. This, for the 190, whatever, 95 loss team, this is the smart thing to do, is find, even if you aren't getting that ticket. It's such a buzz thing. It's a value thing. All it's showing is, hey, we understand. You know what I mean?
The Kids Eat Free thing is really smart for the families and people like me who have children who otherwise can't afford to go to the game because they're going to want to eat or whatever, and now all of a sudden I'm dropping another $50. The $29 all-you-can-eat and drink thing is for the people in D.C., the dudes sitting on their balcony listening to the game in the Navy Yard, or the group of 4 girls who want to go over and hang out and have some beers and hot dogs and watch the baseball game. And it's now girls' night out. To me, that's for the young people. That's for the business crowd in a city where that's what we've got. A lot of young single people looking for something to do. Oh, it's $30. Now it's dinner and a baseball game. And by the way, it's not just like, you can have a snack. It's whatever the hell you want. You can leave full if you want to. But it's such a no-brainer. It's so easy. And when you're not drawing people, why wouldn't you try something like this?
Again, the point I was going to try to make is, even if somebody doesn't get that ticket and wants to sit in a nicer spot or somewhere else, the gesture matters, I think, even more than the actual thing. I mean, the actual thing is awesome. But hey, we get where we're at. You guys are supporting us. Here is something for you. And that attitude of welcoming and being grateful that people are spending their time, energy, money, it ain't easy to get to the ballpark on a weeknight, especially in this trafficy area, especially in this spot that it is. I understand the metro runs there, but if you're traveling from the suburbs, points north, points west, even sometimes points to the south, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do to navigate this area to get to the start of a game. There should be more appreciation. Anytime you could do that for your fans, especially while they're sitting through a lot of losses, which we all signed up for, we get it. Our heads are on straight. Just acknowledge the situation where you are. I think that would be incredible.
So I know your days of going to a baseball game by yourself and just going and sitting and watching baseball are behind you, pretty much. You don't really do that. But in a world where you did, how much would you spend on this? Because I still will do that if the kids are asleep. Or I'll text the wife and be like, hey, I'm going over to the ballpark tonight, and I'll just sit and watch the game. For this deal, which is $29, easiest decision I've made, I think I would be willing, I wouldn't do it every Wednesday or something. I wouldn't do it every game.
Sure.
But 50 points would be a reasonable price point.
$50 would be reasonable to me to do that. Because that's
if you're just getting after it, you're gonna have a few for me sodas, but like you're gonna have
because if I get there before the game and then I'm hungry again a little bit later, if I get I don't know, a dog and nachos and a drink, that's $30 at least, right? If I have one other thing, I've already gotten to that $50 point.
This would save us so much money the day we're gonna do Danny's Dog Day of Summer, where he's gonna eat as many hot dogs as possible in the Nats Park heat this summer. This would be really.
This is how you do it, yeah.
Instead of having to buy you
individual dogs,
17 hot dogs, now I've got to go just sit there and watch you consume $29 worth of all the hot dogs you can eat.